spit the talk. Soon as you step out of line, I had them line you in chalk.
Terence Bud Crawford reacts to Teofimo Lopez. Yeah, that's right. Teofimo Lopez had quite a bit to say. And of course, as we know, Teofimo got a fight coming up with Jermaine Ortiz. But Teofimo Lopez, like a lot of fighters today, had the name drop Terence Bud Crawford. And guess what? Bud reacts. It's your boy, Mr. 926, a.k.a. Bushido the Dragon, a.k.a. the Black Mage, a.k.a. I could just do this all day. The two-time demonetized champion of the world. Check it out, man. Terence Crawford reacts to Teofimo Lopez. And I would say the energy isn't the same now that Terence Crawford actually reacted to Teofimo Lopez. One may say Teofimo Lopez was probably just trolling just for attention. Just to stir the pot, so to speak, right? Because let's be honest, this time of the year, things are relatively slow in the sport of boxing. However, these fighters, Errol Spence, Teofimo Lopez, Terence Crawford, know how to get things going.
Need y'all to get the likes up, man. Get the likes up. Smash the like button. We have 350 people and 90 fucking 5 likes.
But after Teofimo Lopez's statements in regards to Terence Crawford's resume and his opposition and all the guys that he fought at 147 being injured, Terence Crawford reacts. And yeah, he said quite a bit. And to be honest with you guys, we're going to do a live stream in the morning because it's just so much to unpack here, right? We'll do a live stream in the morning, so be sure to stop in 9 or 10 a.m. Central Standard Time. Be sure to stop in for the show tomorrow. But Terence Bud Crawford says this: I wish I could fight more than one time a year, but these guys been running and hiding for years. Boxing none like it used to be when everyone fought each other. Nah, it's not, Bud. And you was the guy that I feel that's in the front seat of the new wave to bring back what boxing used to be, right? Because the Floyd Mayweather era, the post-Mayweather era was whack, right? And this is why boxing probably trying to dig itself out of this fucking hole now, right? Because a lot of boxing fans was turned off during the Mayweather era. There was a lot of fans into it, but then there was a lot of fans turned off by it as well, right? And then afterwards, you know, you got a lot of guys trying to protect their O and trying to avoid the tough opposition, looking just for the money fights and trying to really just be Money Mayweather without being Pretty Boy Floyd. But Terence Bud Crawford went a different route, right? I'll bet it was a lot difficult for him to get some of these fights in the ring. But Terence Bud Crawford also says this: I live in the gym, but my whole career, these fighters been running behind people saying that I'm on the wrong side of the street. Call this guy, call that guy, make it make sense. Yeah, that's right. I mean, look, man, we talked about a lot of this stuff already, right? They made up a whole side of the street for this guy. I mean, we don't forget. We don't forget that quick either, right? We remember everything happened like it was yesterday, right? Everything happened so fast. We in a whole new chapter now, but we can turn back some pages and we see exactly what was said, right? So a lot of those guys, man, you know, critics of Crawford tend to knock him. And then a lot of those people know the real too, right? But they tend to just kind of pick and choose, and they just want to go with their own narratives instead of telling the whole truth. Yeah, Terence Crawford may not have a whole resume full of cash cows and all this other stuff, right? But you got to also know the reason why he don't got all those names on his resume, and that's because a lot of dudes was running for the hills. And then Bud said, I fought everyone and everybody that was put on my table. Never turned down a fight in my life. Even if it was a late notice, moving up in weight, short fighters, tall fighters, strong fighters, fast fighters, boxers, brawlers, etc. I fought them all. Come on. And I'm not trying to toot my own horn or nothing, but I've said this many times before. Right? Many times before. I said this for years. I've been saying this. Crawford, he fought a lot of different guys. While he may not have the marquee names on his resume, he fought a lot of different dudes that made him the fighter that he is today. Tall, small, fast, strong. It didn't matter. Brawlers, boxers. He was fighting them all, right? So Crawford never turned down no fights. And then his lucky break was against British Prescott, where he took it on short notice and he moved up in weight and he outclassed the guy. This same guy knocked out Amir Khan back when Amir Khan was on top of things, right? Yeah. And then Bud said, I might give y'all one more or not, because y'all don't know how to appreciate greatness when you see it. So Bud said that he may not give the fans one more fight. He may just be done, right? He's able to walk away, made a lot of money, got a lot of things going on outside of the sport. He don't really got to pick up another pair of gloves again. But boxing fans don't appreciate greatness. And this is why, and another thing I said from the early days in the channel, your boy Bushido appreciates greatness. I look forward to seeing if ex-man or woman could reach their goals in obtaining greatness, right? I'm always rooting for people that's trying to strive for greatness. So Crawford was striving for greatness, and I was rooting for him, and he pretty much achieved that. However, now he feels like people don't appreciate that greatness. Then he says, last I can recall, we definitely got our eyes checked before every fight. I'm just saying, any boxer would know that, but casual fans will say and make up anything. So this is about Errol Spence now, right? And now Ishe Smith also came out and said pretty much the same thing Crawford's saying here. Like, hey, look, man, what the hell is he talking about? We get our eyes checked before the fight. And this is what I said in our last live stream. Like, either Errol Spence was lying or he act like he could see. Like, he faked it and kind of guessed it and shit, right? If he really had cataract issues. But now this comes off as an excuse, right? It comes off an excuse as to why you lost against Terence Crawford. It's not really a good look, but Errol Spence is one of those guys that tends to get passes that no other guy in the world tends to get. So Errol Spence will likely get a pass for this excuse. And like I said, we're going to talk more in detail about all this stuff tomorrow. Then Crawford says, like I said before, because somebody mentioned Jerron Boots Ennis, right? They said, why don't you fight Boots? He said, like I said before, at Jerron Boots Ennis. And he tags Boots Ennis. He actually tags Boots Ennis. See, this is one thing that I always say about when these fighters be on Twitter talking their shit. They don't never tag him. It looks subliminal. Well, Crawford's tagging these dudes. So he letting Boots know. He says, I had 2 opportunities to fight me. We talking about a kid that's still fighting in the theater. Make it make sense. So Bud just A-sided on Jerron Boots Ennis, man. I mean, salute to Bozy and Boots, man. Salute to those guys, man. And then Bud says, and at Teofimo Lopez. He's coming for Tio again. He says, your little bitch ass better worry about them little guys that's on your ass down there in your weight class. It's crazy. Every time I see your whole ass, you don't even look my way. But when you come in front of a camera, you got so much to say. You a pussy. Damn. That was my first time reading the whole thing, bro. He just said, you. Oh, man, I can't wait to go live tomorrow. I cannot wait to go live tomorrow. And then Teofimo Lopez, of course, he has some things to say. And we're going to talk a little bit more about what he said tomorrow for the live stream show. But Crawford said, Mr. 2 times, the first to do it. Showing, kind of gloating and boasting. And then he finally says, about in regards to Tio, he says, hey, at Teofimo Lopez, real shit, good luck in your fight. Focus on him because he can fight. And I don't want you to look bad worrying about me when you got other problems on your hand. So basically he told him, focus on your fight before you won't make it to your fight. That's basically what he's saying in a nutshell. Jermaine Ortiz is a tough opponent that Teofimo should be focused on. But Teofimo Lopez, he's just trying to sell the fight in any kind of way because Jermaine Ortiz ain't going to be moving no needles no time soon. And Terence Crawford is an automatic needle mover in the sport of boxing. Even if you ain't in his weight class, Gary Russell Jr., anybody, even if you ain't in his weight class, you just mention his name and everybody comes listening. And I think Crawford and everybody kind of knows this by now. And then Crawford says, in regards to the surgeries and the injuries and all these injured fighters and stuff, right? He says, yeah, I need 3 surgeries that I haven't got. So do that make me handicapped as well? Right? And contrary to popular belief, a lot of these fighters and athletes, they could be competing injured. May have a small nagging injury. They may have something that they kind of pushing off to a later time, or they have something that a little bit more serious that they need to get done right away. But a lot of these athletes and fighters, they're 5 a.m. out here in Bali, and I'm hungry. I'll holler at y'all another time. About to go eat some breakfast. So that's what Terence Crawford had to say after his crazy rant in regards to what Teofimo Lopez and pretty much what Errol Spence had to say. Now, like I said, you guys, we're going to have a live stream in the morning. Be sure to stop in. Probably go open up the panel, depending on how many people we get. Probably open the panel, get you guys' thoughts on everything that's happened all the way up from the new year all the way up to now. Get you guys' thoughts on what you look forward to seeing this year. But Terence Bud Crawford, letting everybody know you don't appreciate greatness, you may not see me again. Like, subscribe, holler at your boy. Peace out.